It's not a disease that is standard or baseline that you can check these boxes and say this kid's at risk or not. It's something deep down in their brains that is just really hard to reach.
Unfortunately, this year we're off to a rocky start.
Tonight at 5, the new school year just underway, and already we are tracking a concerning number of teenage suicides and suicide attempts at our Valley high schools. There were more suicides last year across the country than in any other year on record. It is now the leading cause of death of young people ages 15 to 24.
Yeah, Jared, the State Department of Health has an online dashboard. This is tracking suicide deaths and ER visit. This year, kids under 17 are the #1 group for suicide attempts. We're talking more than 9,000 kids in the ER for that. I caught up with a Chandler couple refusing to let their son's final choice be the end of his story.
Know that we'll never see him play again. Something that he really loved.
Ryder Lauer played lacrosse since he had a pacifier. He got so good, he was varsity captain sophomore year and was being courted by college recruiters.
He was very intelligent.
Got good grades and had friends and, had a social life. He was a great kid.
Dad, Gene, is the team photographer for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, photographs and memories are all he and his wife, Taryn, have left.
We're going to have this heartache forever.
Ryder committed suicide August 11th, 1 month before his 17th birthday.
He was always quiet, but then he got real quiet.
Diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 8, Ryder required daily insulin but managed it well, becoming a junior ambassador and advocate. His later diagnosis of clinical depression at 14 turned more serious.
And I just thought, there is something wrong here. I know. So I said, we're going to the doctor. And I just begged him to be honest. He was needing help severely.
Gene saw him change through his lens.
He's present, but it's not him.
No. I remember the pediatrician saying, this is a pandemic with teen boys.
They took action, getting Ryder into inpatient care, following up with intensive therapy, medication, even switched schools from Hamilton to Arizona College Prep.
He wasn't excited about life, and it was hard to get him motivated.
It was kind of like a normal Friday afternoon. Like I was asking him about his plans for the evening, literally minutes from leaving. And I went to his room.
We tried. We tried to save him. Obviously, we tried. And we knew.
But Ryder was already gone.
20% of our high school population is sitting in class and thinking about this.
Teen mental health advocate Katie McPherson says Ryder's not alone. She's tracking 3 Valley suicides and 1 attempt on campus since the start of the school year. All teen boys 15 to 17 who seemed well liked. She says parents get to decide whether to disclose, and when they do, it helps schools address what kids are already talking about.
The science really leans on triaging the entire school.
She just helped with a post-vention Zoom to help parents start the conversation at home. And she's supporting the Hope Institute, which opens this week in Chandler Unified School District. It's a first of its kind on-campus suicide crisis intervention center after 4 teens took their lives there last year.
We want to get them seen within 48 hours, but less than that if we can.
Not talking about it is a lethal hazard to our students.
Ryder would want us to help others.
Taryn and Gene say there's nothing they wouldn't have done to save their son. They hope sharing their story will inspire anyone struggling right now to pause and take it one day at a time like they're being forced to. That there's nothing too heavy if you find someone to trust and lean on.
That is really hard to live with, because you just think in your head the whole time you're thinking, what was in his head?
We'll never know.
Gene doesn't want his son's last choice to be the end of his story.
These are a few of his jerseys over the years.
Ryder's older sister, who just left for college on a beach volleyball scholarship, will be wearing his number to honor him.
If you're number 2, then there's always somebody ahead of you. There's always a number 1.
Parts of Ryder live on now in more than 30 strangers, having donated everything from his vital organs and tissue to his eyes.
Being a photographer, and that's kind of everything to me. Knowing that someone else can view the world through his eyes is special, because I believe he did really view the world in a positive way.
My gosh, and I know it's still very fresh. August 11th,
Right.
You said this just happened. And you know, from the outside looking in, to hear his mom say he wasn't excited about life, he had everything going for him, a support
Absolutely.
structure at home, friends, sports, and everything. You just never know what's going on. The